Hello and welcome to another episode of Kwesi's Corner with me, Kwesi. Today we will be touching on Tama's new entry into the small kit world in the form of this kit right here, which is the Tama Club Jam. And you're going to see a bit of that up next. So here we have the Tama Club Jam kit, a very tidy little entry from Tama. It was introduced in NAMM, or at the Winter NAMM 2018, and we got one of the first in the country. So this kit is very odd, namely because of the sizing of it, the actual shell pack itself. The bass drum's 18 by 12 deep. So it's real punchy, it's got a boom, but not that, it's a different type of sustain. 10 by 7 rack tom, which is pretty standard nowadays. And the snare drum is 13 by 5, little snappy little number. The real interesting bit of this kit, however, is the floor tom. The floor tom stands at 14 by 7. So for a lot of you, that's the size of a snare. It's meant to be portable, it's meant to be light. Obviously you can put that, bag it up, quite nicely. Put multiple toms and snares, 2 snares in a bag, or, it's designed for this. And, the old jazzers had very small kits, usually. I know some really great jazz drummers who have very small setups, and this is perfect for that. Or, if you're a traveling drummer and you want your own sound, but you don't want to worry too much about, I'm carrying a 14 by 14 floor tom or etc. This really does speak, and it is surprising. I mean, what we've got here is the original heads. It takes a bit to play it in, if I'm honest with you. That's the thing with stock heads. But I'm pretty sure if you put the right heads on these toms and fill in the kick a bit muffling wise, it would take up a completely different, sound perspective. It is made of poplar and a wood called Masawa. So this is Masawa wood, is a wood found in Malaysia. It's 6 plies of 7mm Masawa and poplar. So I'm guessing they've done it one after the other. So it gives it quite a different sort of tone, not just the general poplar that you're used to, or some people are used to, but obviously it's made a lot more complex with this Masawa wood, which is quite, bright and snappy. And really brings out, a lot on this drum. In terms of its finish, it looks great. The actual wood grain, if you look inside the toms, etc. The hoops are pretty standard, but the lugs, I've never seen this on a Tama kit before, to be honest. So they must have designed it especially for this. Pretty standard throw off on the snare, and you've got these kind of like not tube lugs, but it's standard. Top and bottom lugs here, and then you've got individual little lugs for the top and bottom of the tom and the floor tom. Very clean, very stylish, looking a lot like an old jazz kit. Even the logo, the Club Jam logo, is a nice little added touch to that. Adds a little bit of prestige, as it were, to the whole thing. This is a quite interesting finish, and it's available in about 3 finishes, if I'm not mistaken. So it's available in this finish you see here, which is the Aqua blue, and it's got that kind of wood finish on the front and back of the hoops. It's available in satin blonde, which is like a total, natural finish, where you can see the grain on the outside. And it's also available in charcoal mist, which is basically black. And it does, close up, it looks really, really stylish, This is not something that, you pull out, the kits of old, you get it for a certain price bracket, and it's going to look cheap, standard. But this one doesn't look cheap at all. It maintains a sense of, like I said, class about it. And the hardware is pretty stylish to look at initially. Like I said, on the snare, you have standard triple flange hoops and the standard throw off, which works pretty well. On this floor tom, you have quite long rods on it, going down to the telescoping rods to the floor. Because of the size, obviously, the size of the drum means that you're gonna have to put the you're gonna lead it a bit higher than usual, which is cool. If that's the worst of it, then yeah, it's a really light tom, but booms a hell of a lot. Very well made. Great thing about this kit as well is that you have not one but two stand mounts on here. You have one that comes here with the tom. So it's actually holding a rack tom, but there's a little extra bracket available, so you can put an extra stand on there if you need to. That branches out. You can hold ride on there, or instrument of some kind. Interestingly enough, there is another arm here that is attached to a kind of. Let me just explain this a little bit more, because it's a cool little thing. They have that on a lot of kits of old vintage kits, and they've reintroduced it on this particular kit right here. So it has a bass drum mounted cymbal holder attached with this. As you can see, it's built in. I was a bit baffled because it seems a bit short to me, but it's actually all right. You just put the arm out to the side a little bit, and obviously it's at an angle. Lean the top of it forward, and you're good to go. It can't be as high as you would like, but that's where this comes in, and you can put your own arm of your own choice on it, and size, range, and whatever. But yeah, so it's pretty solid. It's solidly built. It would withstand the rigors of day-to-day use and consistent gigging. And all in all, I'd say this is a pretty solid kit. The hardware on this, on the actual tom mount, is nice and solid as well. And just in general, building the kit, the machining on the lugs was quite solid. Didn't feel cheap at all as I was tuning it up. As for the bass drum itself, it's got, like I said, a nice boom to it. 18 by 12 is actually a very, very nice size for a kit. Quite low, out of the way, but packs a punch enough so you can get that initial impact and a nice full kind of bodied ring to that. Also, the price point is very agreeable. For as much as it does look stylish and real, eye-catching in terms of the finish, the price point is actually very competitive, because the small kit market, as you may be aware, different brands are acutely aware of the fact that in the inner city venues, a lot of them don't cater for the bigger kits nowadays. So people want kits that are affordable, but a lot of the time they don't want kits that they're going to be too precious about, in terms of the price, and do I really want to bring this kit out? It's a small venue, but this, you have the best of both worlds. You got the price point, which is ridiculous. You can see that on our website, and also the style, and the general craftsmanship is right up there. So, you got the best of both worlds. You don't have to compromise or sacrifice on one or the other. And all in all, I think this kit could change the game. I mean, not to say that this hasn't been done before in some way, shape, or form, but it's a very interesting size option that you got there. Personally, I'd like another tom there, but nobody's perfect in it. But I'm very impressed with the kit personally. It's got a good tone. Like I said earlier, if you put the right heads on there, this kit will really, really sing. And it's worth coming in and having a look at and trying yourself, because there's not a lot of kits on the market that fit that price point. There are from other brands, but there's not a lot of them. So you can compare them, and this is one of the best. This is definitely one of the best I've seen of that price point in that range. And hats off to Tama. They really, think about what works, and they've got their ear to the ground, kind of like, product-wise, in terms of what the needs of the working drummer. Not even just working drummer. If this is great for small spaces as well at home, but the needs of the everyday drummer, who doesn't need 10 pieces, or the working drummer who wants to minimize the space. Either way, it will do. It will do bits. So you're going to see a bit more of this up next. And thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen or heard, it's informative to you, this helps you in some way make your decision as to what small kit to get, please do not forget to like and subscribe. You can have a look into the description and see the links below for more info on this kit on our website and the prices and where to buy it, because this is the whole point of this video after all. So without further ado, I bid you adieu.